Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my May energy update. In this video, we're going to go over the energies of May, what you can expect, what you should expect, what this month is really good for, and what you should probably wait till a future date to do. So all of this and more in this video. I wanted to take a moment to invite you to my online workshop devoted to womb healing. It is a very deep feminine healing workshop. I'm going to be doing it in June on June 8th. And essentially it's going to be devoted to healing your sacral. Healing your sacral energies. As females, we stash a lot of emotions into our womb space, our creative space, and that blocks us in more ways than one. So in this one-day workshop, we're going to be releasing all of your trauma and doing so much deep healing. So I invite you, if this feels aligned, all the details are on thisismariya.com. Let's talk about May. Wow, I feel like May is a little bit of a respite after the crazy energies of April. Now, May is still a high energy month. It's still a very good high momentum month, but it feels very earth. It feels earth and water as opposed to fire of April. And energetically, it's green, a little bit gold, and very just earth tone as well. So kind of beautiful. What are the things that May is really, really good for? May is really good to follow the breadcrumbs. I'll explain what I mean in a second. A lot of us are going to be really guided in the month of May. Now, we're always guided. It is just what our spirit guides do. They're always here with us. However, May is the month to follow the breadcrumbs left to you by the universe. The universe is going to be steering you in a particular direction. There is a lot of newness coming through for us energetically in the month of May and then later on in the year. And so it's almost like May is gently nudging us towards a new path. This path may be different depending on who you are. This may be a new career path. This may be a new passion project that is opening up in front of you. This may be something that is a new hobby or I don't know, something that you're just going to do differently, call it for your health or your life or your finances or your career. So all of these paths are wide open. And it's like the universe is conspiring in the month of May for you to finally see the signs and for you to finally hear the call. There are a lot of synchronicities coming up for us in the month of May, and it's literally energetically looks like breadcrumbs or like little coins put in front of us to almost like pave the path to a better future. So in the month of May, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the synchronicities, pay attention to the world around you. The symbolism is going to be through the roof. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams may become prophetic to a degree. You may be receiving a really high number of messages coming through from your spirit guides. So just pay attention to everything because you're going to have to watch out and you want to watch out for the breadcrumbs. And ask yourself the question, where is the universe actively wanting me to go? What is the direction that is opening up in front of me? So the breadcrumbs and that energy feels like there's a path that opens up to you. And it could be unexpected. It could be out of nowhere, but it's almost like everything is aligning for you to follow a particular direction. And it may be that you have been stopped before. It may be that you haven't had too much visibility in that area of your life prior. But the month of May is bringing that clarity and it's bringing that path and way out almost, right? That sign, hey, follow here, pay attention, follow me. So you may come across new people. You may come across new opportunities. You may be faced with choices that you have to make. However, intuitively, you're going to know what the right answer is. So follow your intuition in the month of May. Your intuition is going to be heightened so that you can receive all of this information from spirit. May is very beautiful, very grounding, and there's a lot that's coming through around the energies of abundance and around the energies of money. So you may want to re-examine your own attitudes towards money, your own attitude towards what you do for a living. And May is a little bit of an invitation to re-examine, perhaps, if you are in a career that is holding you hostage, where you're not happy, and if you are on a career path where you're just there for the money, May's energies are really going to face you front and center with the fact that there's more to life than money. And in fact, it may just open up a path in front of you that would show you how you can make the money doing something that you love. For a lot of you, May is also an expansion of your abundance channel, or your call it money throughput, right? So every person, depending on your attitudes towards money, depending on ancestral patterns, essentially is a magnet for a certain breadth of the money channel. Some people have very broad money channels, and so a lot of money comes over to those people. Some people have very narrow money channels, and so not a lot can come through, and it's easy to block. In the month of May, Gaia, as well as the cosmic energies, are here to help expand your money channel and do so in alignment with your greater good, right? So not the money where you suffer, not the money where you work hard, not that slave mentality, but hey, pay attention. You could be making money while doing this thing you love, right? And if you already are on the path where you are doing what you love and your career is very hard aligned, there may be opportunities for you to make more money. Maybe that's a promotion that's looming, or just an insight that you would get. Again, follow the breadcrumbs, follow your intuition. Say yes to opportunities in the month of May. You would be surprised. And especially sometimes like opportunities, they may come in disguises in the month of May. It may seem like not exactly what you've asked for, not exactly what you've been praying for or putting on that vision board. It may come in disguised as something else. And then you look at it and you don't fully recognize that as opportunity, but a lot of opportunities are going to be knocking on your door in the month of May. So do pay attention, going back to my earlier point. Another thing that's really, really interesting with the energies of May is it's a really good month for release. And if I were to give the title, the name to the month of May, I would call it the month of breadcrumbs and release, emotional release specifically, because it's a very earthy month. Earth, as well as water, holds on to emotion very, very well. And there are a lot of emotions around the spectrum of sadness that humanity needs to release. So ironically, May may be a month of crying for a lot of you as a means of emotional release, right? So if those tears come, just let them fall. You know, that is a healing and therapeutic experience. It's all aligned. And it's actually as if we have been burying things underground, and then it's like the rapture. It's like the land itself is opening up to release all of those stuck emotions. This May is going to be really, really good for healing the mother wound. The wound around motherhood, the wound around, your relationship with your own mom, because there's a lot of grief and a lot of sadness and a whole lot of people that has been buried down inside, almost in the earth, because they haven't been accepted and loved for who they were by their mothers, right? So it's healing that acceptance wound with your mom. That is really what's coming up for the collective as the type of healing that is going to be really, really opportune in May. Allow yourself to feel the feels in the month of May. It is really a very good time, a very blessed time to really work through your emotional baggage. And yet again, it's, the kind of emotions that are coming up are grief and sadness and like a lot of the heavy stuff and a lot of emotions around injustice, like however injustice makes you feel. And a lot of those emotions are actually in the lower abdominal area, like you feel injustice in your belly, like in your gut, but like lower. Could be a really, really good time to heal any health issues that are related to the abdomen, right? So anything that's psychosomatic is going to start coming up. So essentially, it's the large purge, it's the big release from your stomach and your like lower abdomen as well. So from the reproductive system. And that is where a lot of the mother issues are actually in the reproductive system, because that is where your sacral is, and your sacral chakra you get from your mom, the energy. So you borrow the energies from there. So if you have a disjointed relationship with your mom, not only your heart is going to get affected. The first chakra that gets affected is the sacral. So May is really, really beautiful for healing your sacral energies. That means that dance is really, really important. If you love to dance, especially like more of the like where you sway your hips kind, like so salsa, anything like that's Latin American, that is really, really good to do in the month of May. Not that there is ever a bad time to do that, but pay attention to your sacral. It's going to be very active in the month of May, and it's going to want to dance. So allow it, make it happen. What else? May is really good for focus time. You're going to find some spurts of, activity where you can get a lot done in the month of May. And it's really good foundational work. So I see a lot of foundations being created in the month of May for future projects, right? And it's there's busy work, and then there is work that is almost heart-led. And May feels like a month filled with heart-led work where it's going to be busy, but it's not going to feel like the grind. It's not going to be same old. It's a lot of people are going to be pouring their hearts into a project of some sort that they really care about. And that is like planting of the seeds, which is really, really good also in May, to plant the seeds for something that you would like to have in your life or something else. Now, when there is a big emotional purge, when there is a big emotional release, a lot of space is being opened up in our bodies, right? So May is also an invitation for the new energies to come into our bodies. And you are in charge and you are in control, right? So in the month of May, do take the time to absorb and to invite in the energies that you want. So call in specifically, what is it that you want more of, right? And think about what is it that you want less of, because again, it's a really good month for releasing and purging and letting go. Like I said earlier at the beginning of this update, it's a really, really good time to think about money and to think about career. As in, you can even actively brainstorm ideas for supplemental income or how to double your income, etc. in the month of May. It's just the energies are really aligning for you to get the aha moments, the answers that you have been looking for. Some people are going to be called into a leadership position in the month of May, especially the reluctant leader. Like there's the reluctant leader archetype. Like it's almost like the universe is going to be like, hey, you're the leader now. You have to lead like this group of people. And I sense a lot of resistance in some of you watching this video in like wanting to accept that responsibility to lead in whatever way, shape, or form. It could happen in your family, more of like a more important role that you're going to be asked to take more responsibility potentially in your family. It could be a career. It could be you know, how you show up for others, around your self-expression. There would be moments in time where like May is going to want to make you a leader. And then there is a little bit of like, pushback. Am I ready for this? Am I not? Please know that if you're getting that nudge from the universe in the month of May to lead, is because you're meant to. It is because that is aligned with your purpose and who you are. So take that plunge and trust the universe. And in general, May is really, really huge on the energy of trust. Right? Trust is very much connected, not just to the element of air, but to the element of the earth. Like trust the process, right? Trust the earth. The earth, like when you drop a seed into the earth knows what to do with the seed. You plant the seed, you water the seed, you forget about the seed. And so in the month of May, you are invited to trust the universe. You are invited to trust your path. And even if you feel blindfolded, and even if you don't know what is that next step in front of you, just kind of take that step anyway, right? Take that step and the universe is going to catch you. So that is very much the energy of May. It's like practicing trust and surrendering to the breadcrumbs, because the more you resist, the fewer breadcrumbs in front of you you're going to see. The more you notice, the more you pay attention to synchronicities, the more you step into those synchronicities, the more you allow yourself to swim with the current of the river instead of against the current of the river, the easier it's going to be for you and the more breadcrumbs the universe is going to throw your way in the month of May. So I usually do the blessings and the curses, and I've kind of given you all of the things that May is already that May is good for. What are some of the things that May is not great for? Really rapid, fast-paced change. That's not that's not the energies of May. Again, Earth moves slower, water moves slower. That kind of tends to be the energy of May. And so you don't want to make any rash decisions or like quit something cold turkey or like, I don't know, just take things slow in the month of May. Like it's deliberate change. It's baby steps instead of like leaps and bounds and like jumping off of a cliff into the unknown, right? It's the step. step-by-step energy. So don't rush, right? May, for some of you, may feel a little bit slow. So if you are on the impatient side, you may struggle with certain aspects of May because it may feel like not much is happening. Well, it's the process of gestation also, meaning there are a lot of these things brewing behind the scenes in the month of May. And so it does require patience and it does require trust, going back to trust, right? So if you find yourself in this pocket of reality in like 3 or 4 days where nothing seems to happen or things just don't seem to be on your schedule, everything is behind, just know that it's because something great is brewing, something great is gestating. So practice patience and you're going to be rewarded in the month of May. Other things that are not great. Well, stashing your emotions down and not dealing with them when they come up to the surface in the month of May, you're gonna find that that's hard, right? So allow yourself to process whatever is coming up. And the emotions may be deep and they may be coming from your childhood or a past life or what have you, but just like take them and know that the emotions are here to just pass through your body like water. And, if you need to cry it out, you cry it out. If you need to stay home, alone, in your PJs, you do that, right? So self-care is also really, really important for the month of May. Don't rush into anything. But at the same time, May is a very authentic energy. It's a very beautiful energy for you to listen to yourself because, again, the voice of your intuition is going to start becoming really loud. So it's really good for introspection. It's really good for going within. It's really good for any kind of healing work. And yeah, the energies of May are really, really beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know in the comments if you already started feeling the energies or if you're feeling or sensing something different. Yes, and let me know what's unfolding for you. I am personally super excited for May. It seems like an amazing month. I'm going to totally follow those breadcrumbs. I'm super excited. All right, my loves. This is it for the energies of May. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.